In this video, we're going to add some heading tags to our template. So first I'm going to open up Sublime Text as my text editor. Then I'm going to navigate and open up the file that I'm going to use, my template file, so I can keep this code handy for when I need it. So I'm going to open, and then it's already there, so I'm going to open up template HTML. Now you see all the stuff we already have here from when we worked on it before. Now I'm going to add in some tags just so we can see how those look, okay? So first I'm going to do an H1 tag, and then I'm going to type in heading 1. And this is what you'd use for the title on the website, when you're describing what the website is about. So I'm going to actually take that, I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to open it in a browser and see what it looks like. And it came up on my other screen. It's going to drag it back over here so we can see it. Okay, so you can see this is what the default looks like for heading 1. We're going to learn how to style it and make it look all different ways, but that is what it looks like if you don't add any styles to it in Chrome. It might be a little different in other browsers. Okay, let's do our heading 2. Let's keep going here. Heading 2. And then I just type in, and it actually pre-fills for me. That's like an option that you can set in your own text editor. So let's just save that and see what happened there. Now I'm going to quickly actually save it. I'm doing Command S or Control S, and this one I'm doing, instead of going up here to refresh, I'm just clicking on it, so I'm opening up making that window active, and I'm doing Command R to refresh it, and now you see a heading 1 and heading 2. And you also see there's a lot of happening here. There's a lot of margin between heading 1 and heading 2, and that's coming from the defaults from the browser. So now, when you make websites, you have to be very good at cutting and pasting. So let's just practice this a little bit here. So I'm going to go, did that go too fast? I'm going to copy that. So when I copy, I do Command C or Control C on Windows. Oh, I was doing that wrong. I got to make sure I'm not inside of it. Right, okay, so now I'm going to paste it. So I have a total of 5 times I have this. Now I'm going to save it, just to make sure I didn't break anything. You see how often I save? I'm doing Command Save, because I wanted to make sure with this new code I added, I didn't break something. So I'm going to go over here, and that's what I expect to see, heading 2 lots of times. Okay, now I can go in this, and I'm going to change, I don't like how that looks, at H3, so I make that one to heading 3, H3, 3, I'll just go through and change them all here, 4, 5, and 6. And I also have to change, very important, I also change these to H4, H4. You see when I double click on it, it looks kind of funny because it's selecting all the other H2s and Sublime Text, but if you can see, I've selected it by doing a double click. And that works on it also depends on your settings, but if I double click, now I can actually type on top of it, saving me time here, type H5 on top of it. I can also double click that, copy that, double click that, and paste it. And that's kind of a way to work a little faster. That makes sense? Okay, so that was a lot of typing without checking. So I'm going to now save it, Command S. Oh, when you use Sublime Text, I went to go purchase it and it was a little steep, so I didn't purchase it, but I've used it for years and I probably should buy it. But I'm going to cancel. I'm going to save it one more time. And then I'm going to go over here and I should see the result. And I see each heading is a little smaller. In fact, they're all bold by default, but the heading 6 and heading 5 are even smaller than the default for the p-text. So that is how we put headings into a website.